faced with unwinding what happened during the Trump years, figuring out how much money is actually left in this fund to give out to hospitals and healthcare providers, and kind of just figuring out where the money went. And there's also a discussion on the Hill now of whether providers should get more money to compensate them for the money that was spent on these warp speed contracts.
Rachel Coors is Washington correspondent for our partners at STAT, the Health and Medicine publication. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you for your time.
And you're listening to Here and Now.
11:17, and you're in tune with Here and Now on OPB, where support comes from our members and from the Portland Clinic, offering both in-person and telemedicine visits via video and phone to help keep you healthy and safe. More at theportlandclinic.com.
I'm Jack Lepiar's. Capitol Police are asking the National Guard to stay at the Capitol building for another 2 months. That on the day that the Capitol is locked down because of warnings that a militia group may try to storm the building. It's related to a conspiracy theory that former President Donald Trump will be sworn back into office today. 5 countries, including the UK and Canada, are fast-tracking development of modified coronavirus vaccines to combat new variants of the virus. It'll allow modified versions of already approved vaccines to more quickly move through the approval process. The U.S. and European Union have already issued similar guidance. U.S. unemployment filings are inching higher, though less than expected. The Labor Department reports filing rose by 9,000 over the past week to 745,000 after a sharp decline the week prior. You're listening to Here and Now.
And you're listening to OPB. I'm Jen Chavez with these headlines. A new program from the Oregon Department of Human Services is aimed at assisting wildfire victims as they continue rebuilding their lives after last fall's devastating fires. The Disaster Case Management Program will provide one-on-one assistance to help victims navigate financial recovery, get connected with permanent housing, and help them if they've been denied FEMA assistance. And Oregonians who've been relying on federal jobless benefits are likely to see their payments interrupted in the coming weeks. Oregon Employment Department Acting Director David Gerstenfeld said that's the case even if Congress and the president move quickly to extend the program. Gerstenfeld said about 133,000 Oregonians rely on either of 2 pandemic unemployment programs that are set to expire. This is OPB. More news online at opb.org.
Funding for Here and Now comes from the listeners of WBUR Boston and your NPR station. And from Hint, maker of fruit-infused water with no sweeteners or calories. Hint's 25 flavors include blackberry, lemon, and clementine. In stores or at drinkhint.com.
It's Here and Now. Protests continue in Myanmar, despite the deaths of more than 30 people killed by security forces during yesterday's demonstrations. The death toll is the highest since the protests started at the beginning of February, when the military ousted the elected government of leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The BBC's Jonathan Head is following this story from Bangkok, and he joins us on Skype. And Jonathan, let's start with what happened yesterday. Why were so many protesters killed?
I think because the security forces have escalated the use of lethal force. We've seen it used since the coup less intensively than it was yesterday, but there was quite clearly from the video evidence that we've watched and from talking to people who were on the streets, there was no attempt by the security forces to minimize loss of life. In one case, we actually saw police summarily execute an ordinary man they just detained. They shot him in the back and then dragged his body away. This is, even by the standards of this region, is a completely callous disregard for human life, but it may well be calculated in an attempt to try to terrorize people off the streets because, we're more than a month into this coup and the military has still not got anywhere close to suppressing what's become a national uprising.
Right. People still are willing to risk their lives. I mean, protesters, largely women, they aren't showing any signs of fear. They were out on the streets again today. What are the demands?
The demands are the same as they've been all along, which is a restoration of the democracy which had survived for close to 10 years in Myanmar, in particular, the reinstallation of the government led by Aung San Suu Kyi. It did win an election by a very decisive majority back in November. As far as ordinary people are concerned, this is a brazen attempt by the military to turn the clock back, to retake the power that they had for decades in Myanmar, and to undo the democratic experiment which they initiated a decade ago. And people aren't having it. And many of the younger people who are out there are saying, look, we've got used to the freedoms that came with this opening. We've got used to free access to the internet, being able to express ourselves freely, to be connected to the rest of the world. They're terrified that if they don't stop this coup now, when it's still uncertain, it's an unfinished coup at this stage, then they will be cast back to the terrible days of isolation and military misrule that their parents and grandparents experienced in the 1970s and 80s. So despite the deaths, they feel they've got no choice. They've got to come out. And there's also an element of disillusionment because there's so little practical international support, lots of expressions of outrage, but at this stage, no sign that there's any international plan to come in and help them.
Can you talk about the significance of the young people who are out on the street and the women who are out on the street? We're reading stories of female volunteer workers who are patrolling the streets, tending to the wounded and the dying.
This is a younger generation that is exposed to the rest of the world, that has pretty progressive ideas. Younger women in particular see no reason why they should take a backstage. And they're borrowing their ideas very much from what we saw in Thailand in the anti-government protests at the end of last year, and in Hong Kong as well. A youth movement that mobilizes through social media, borrows a lot of the sort of dress sense and the ideas about how you can resist military rule, building improvised barricades, dealing with tear gas. And these young people, I think, see themselves as part of a broader generation in Asia that wants to demand the same freedoms that you get in the Western world.
Jonathan, this is a major crisis. What you're telling us is a doubling down from the military. Is there any sign that the military is going to give up power? What are you watching for now in the next few days?
It's terribly grim. I don't think there's any doubt now, but to say that the Burmese military, with its mindset, is a poison with no concern whatsoever for the lives of the people that it now governs. And it makes it a difficult institution to deal with. There are only three ways out of this. The military continues its massive repression in the hope that it terrorizes people back into their homes, or that there are some kind of cracks in the military. But we've never seen that before. It's a military that keeps itself apart and it never shows disunity, or there's a compromise path out. Now, talking to people like the UN Special Envoy, Christine Schreiner-Bergener, who has to go in, or is trying to go in at the moment, that's their best hope. And it will require an extraordinary degree of coordination. Otherwise, I'm afraid, we're on a path to terrible repression and a great deal more lives lost.
The BBC's Jonathan Head speaking with us from Bangkok. Thank you so much.
Good to talk to you. Thank you.
Though films like Black Panther and Cat People have made them famous, actual black leopards are rare, and their coloring makes the nocturnal creatures extremely difficult to photograph. But in 2019, wildlife photographer Will Berard Lucas traveled to Kenya and managed to scientifically document the black leopard in stunningly beautiful photographs, most captured at night using special technology he developed. He's now published a book that showcases some of those photos and tells the story of his journey into wildlife photography. It's called The Black Leopard, My Quest to Photograph One of Africa's Most Elusive Big Cats. It's out this week, and Will Berard Lucas joins me via Skype to talk about it. Welcome to Human.
Hi everybody, welcome. I think we're up and running.
Are we to the tilting point? Yeah, we're definitely to the tilting point. Yeah, the video I saw was on YouTube. Hey, no bells are bells. I actually felt I didn't realize it. Like I know somebody from that church. It's like really real
Alright. Stream's looking good. I think. Gotta check all the things.
Mic check, mic check.
There we go.
As we always know, we all get here about 11:30, am I correct? But JFPK don't mind that because I'm running a little late too. So today was the day I wasn't supposed to be here, but I felt like I needed to be here. I'm not feeling too well. My right hip is messing with me because I did all that cooking and catering for funerals. And I have another funeral where one of my son I raises, he got his face blew off. Well, he got shot in the face and got his face technically blew off. But so I'm not feeling good, but it's JFPK day. And
That's right.
Jedi had it. Trust me, when he see me, he's like, "What are you doing here?" Well, I'm here, but I may not make it through the whole march because I'm in a lot of pain right now, but my goal is to try. Next week, I do want to take it off. I think I deserve to take next Thursday off. I need to kind of get my mental together after this funeral, this last funeral that's coming up. I need to get my mental together. So y'all ready to get fired up? Well, we're gonna go ahead and get fired up. I want you guys to do me a favor. For you guys that do believe in prayer, please keep my close loved ones in prayer. 2 brothers and 1 is a big fall. Back to back is a hard fall. Just, if you can, keep them in prayer. The mother needed. His kids, he just had a baby. The baby is born yesterday. So just keep them in your prayers if you would. They call them sleaze. Yeah, just keep them in your prayer. Let's get this party started. Beautiful signs, by the way. I see a lot of colorful signs. Great job, JFPK.
Fully wireless today. Connection's looking good. It's a journey.
Let's go, man.
line is going nuts right now. Y'all have been practicing. I can tell. Outside of the box, like, yeah, y'all are killing it. Big up Frontline Drumline. Y'all are consistently out here every single march. And it adds so much to this march, so thank y'all so much. Y'all make some noise for Lisa being out here. Even though she's in a men's stand, this boy does not sleep on justice. Because every single possible thing that she has to this fucking mission. That's an amazing feat and super admirable. Thank you, Lisa, for leading by example. And truly by making necessary. We love you, Lisa. We love you. Another thing I want to mention is shout out to Gary and Teal for showing up today. Back on the front line. And after JPK Mark, welcome y'all. Say his name! Say his name!
Give it up for JFPK. This is JFPK all motherfucking day. JFPK all motherfucking day. JFPK. JFPK all motherfucking day. 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 All motherfucking day.
Burn the precinct to the ground. Every city, every jail. Burn the precinct to the ground. Every city, every town. Burn the precinct to the ground. Every city, every town. Burn the precinct to the ground. Who shuts it down? We shut it down. 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 We shut it down. We shut it down. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. Go, go, go. Shut it down. Go, go, go. Shut it down. All day, every day, y'all make some noise. Join the neighbors of Africa. For
JFPK on the front will say drumline. And a mixed variety of t-shirts coming within the next week. Week or two. We're going to be, our t-shirts will be amazing. You will know our drumline because it will say JFPK drumline. Then we will also have t-shirts that say JFPK squad. T-shirts will have another set that says JFPK in the front with Patrick Cruz picture. This is what community looks like. 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 Can somebody please help a player out? Give me some water. Great, phenomenal crowd today, my brothers and sisters. Drumline, JFPK drumline. You guys rocked the spot. Awesome job, awesome job. By the way, I have not yet to see you guys no call, no show. I appreciate it. We do have t-shirts available. We are out of 2X's. I believe we have smalls and larges left. Small, larges, and mediums, I want to say. I almost think wasn't gonna make it up that hill on 15 because my hip got to aching. I was getting ready to dumpster dive into this window right here in this red Jeep. I told you that I think I better jump in that red car right there. But I made it. I made it. I wasn't gonna come like I said at the beginning because I just didn't feel good, but I said, what is it without the organizer and the leader? We have one, but he needs, he don't need no help. He can rock this shit by himself. I seen him do the 3,000 march across the bridge, so he with the business. But two beasts together get fired up. We had a great crowd, we had a great march, we had a great turnout. I am ready for a JFPK day. That means I am ready for a JFPK event. And I will have that event scheduled by the end of this month. Because it don't take a rocket scientist to start it. So I want that. I want to have an event for JFPK in Peninsula Park on a sunny day. We want to invite Olympia, Antifas. They support us. I've been over there. I rocked with them. They get down. I wouldn't care what Ted Wheeler had to say. I'm just saying. But we want to invite all of them. We want to invite organizations that wants to come, the Family Circle. We want them to come to our organization so we can show them what we working with, who we are, what we're about, what we back. We back the black. Am I correct? We need to show them we back the black. If we can run a Chucky Roos from downtown Portland, then we can run a Chucky Roos from MLK, Olympia, Seattle, Vegas, California IA. All motherfucking day, am I correct? Because again, we will win this fight, my brothers and sisters. It don't take 1 million people to get justice. We need 1 million people, but just our crowd alone, my brothers and sisters, we are going to win. Just our crowd alone, my brothers and sisters, we will get his case reopened. Just our crowd alone, we will stump these cities of Portland, Oregon by any means. Yeah. We will do just what Malcolm X left off. We will do just what Martin Luther King left off. We will win. We will keep 10 to the pavement. We will keep 10 to begin and 10 to end at every event. Am I correct? Yeah. This is a revolution. This is what a democracy looks like, my brothers and sisters. This is what a revolution looks like, my brothers and sisters. And don't let nobody else tell you this is not what community looks like. This is what community should like. It should look like. If it doesn't look like this, there's an issue. If it doesn't look like this, there's a problem, my brothers and sisters. This is what community looks like. This is what community should sound like. This is what community should act like. JFPK is the community, my brothers and sisters. We will keep marching. We will keep marching. We will keep marching. We will keep fighting. 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 We will keep chanting. We will keep. I almost got to shouting. Almost had church up in here. Y'all don't hear me though. You too near me to hear me. I almost started shouting. I almost started speaking in tongue. Y'all better watch out. One day I'm gonna get it. Trust me, and I'm gonna give it to y'all. Y'all gonna hear me go. What is that? What is that? Oh yeah, Juicy speaking in tongue. Catch it. Catch the drip, baby. Catch it. Anyways, back to my speech. Yeesh. Dang it. I'm a beast. Maybe I just turned into a dragon all of a sudden just now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I thought flames was gonna come out for a minute. July, you got a lighter over there? You trying to set me on fire? Yes, indeed. I love JFPK. We don't just have a rally. We don't just have a march. We got church service as well. So come get with us on Sundays. We got a march, a rally, slide service. Check it out. Don't be scared. I mean, we're not forcing you to be godly. We're not forcing you to be in church. I got friends that don't believe in God, but you got to believe in somebody. You got to believe in somebody. Whoever you want to is your own choice of thing, but still come to JFPK because we don't say too many things where we're going to force you to do too many things. I'm going to rock with you no matter what. Like I've always said, if you fight for me, I'm gonna fight for you. If you get hit, I'm gonna get hit with you. No matter what, you ride for me, I'm gonna ride for you. You got my back, I got your back. Period. I'm a rider. Either way you wanna go, I'm jumping in that bandwagon with you. If you want to go 50 miles per hour, damn it, let's go. If you want to go 70, let's go. You want to go 100, let's go. But if you want to go 200, I'm jumping out. I'm jumping out the car because I ain't trying to get no accident. So let's keep up this dream. Let's keep this hope alive because we got a lot to do, y'all, in 2021. 2021 is our year to have fun. Is that okay? Yeah. 2021 is the year that Patrick's case get reopened. Yeah. 2021 is the year that other cases also get reviewed if it's left up to JFPK. I'm not just here to fight for Patrick Kimmons. I'm here to fight for every last black person, white person, Asian person, Chinese person, African, whatever you is. A color is a color, baby. We all bleed the same blood at the end of the day. That's right. I say fuck the KKK, the CIA, the feds, whoever they is. Fuck all of y'all. If you are not with JFPK or some Black Lives Matter movement, get with the program. I wouldn't care what Black Lives Matter movement you jump in, but you better jump in like Teddy Ruxpin. Because it's time to start marching, it's time to start fighting, it's time to start chanting. Because we're going to win in 2021 by any fucking means necessary. Whether they like it or whether they don't, they're going to reopen my son's case. They're going to at least look at that video. I want to see how they face look. Because I know my face didn't look too well. If I see a smile, ain't no telling what's going to go down. Because ain't nothing funny about being shot 9 times in the back. Yes, my son was shot and murdered. Shot 9 times in the back. So to the new community people that's videotaping, videotape that. The police killed Patrick Kimmons September 30th of 2018. Shot 9 times in the back. No matter what happened that night, nothing was supposed to happen that way. But when the police feel that they can step in a situation and they feel that my son was a threat when my son was running towards them, why didn't you shoot, cowards? You filthy, disgusting scumbags, worthless ass animals. Why didn't you shoot then? He was not a threat. He turned his back, you waited until he got smothered in between 2 cars and bang, jumped the boogie. The gun went off 9 times. They should have killed you instead of killed my son. Deadly, deadly. Soon and very soon. I said soon and very soon. We will get justice. Soon and very soon, say so. You won't sell Patrick Kimmons' mom out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million. Fuck your $1 million. You take them 2 officers and you send them to jail for murder.
That's right.
You got 2 choices you can do for me. You can take that money and cram it up your ass. I don't want it, because that's what's wrong with the community right now. They sitting around on their asses and they letting their kids get murdered and talking about give me some money. Fuck some money. They ain't gonna bring your baby back. Fire without rehire. I understand that you want that money, but at the end of the day, that money gonna be gone. You'll be sitting out here marching once again, talking about justice. No, they already gave you justice. You accepted them kibbles and bits. Them is called kibbles and bits. You need to have them people fired with no rehire. Because if you're willing to take care of my grandkids, that's rule number 1. College and everything, all the way. Rule number 2 is you can pay what you weigh all you want to, but them 2 officers got to go. Ain't no question. Ain't no question. And what I mean by fire without rehire, I mean fire they motherfucking asses and don't let them go nowhere, from city to city, from state to state, from bank to bank. I don't even give a damn if it's a security job. No, thank you. No, thank you. These police need to be retrained. They need to be or defunded. We're not going to keep saying retrain because we keep saying retrain and they not, so defund their ass. They need to all be fired and rehired. All of them ain't racist. You got some that's just scared to talk. You got one that got on nationwide TV and Facebook and said what he had to say, and I give him props, and he was a black man. He said he'd been harassed. That's why he wasn't speaking. He said he'd been called the N-word. Bullshit. No black cop in a racist system. No black people, if you're working for the police department, you black, speak the fuck up. Speak the fuck up. You black and you beautiful. Anytime you gotta hide for your black people, you don't need to be in that position. Go find a better market and something, do something with yourself. Because that means you scared. You shouldn't fear. Not one white racist person there is. Because I don't fear nobody. You shoot me, I'ma shoot you back. You hit me, I'ma hit you back. You fight me, I'ma fight you back. You kick me, I'ma kick you back. You punch me down, I'ma punch you down. You slap me, I'ma slap your ass back. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I'm a beast. And I stay in full-fledged beast mode. I don't give a damn about that phone ringing. It can ring all day long. They gonna get my call when I get done speaking. That's how serious I am about getting justice. I don't feel good at all, but I came out here to this march today. I don't feel good at all, but I marched them couple of miles today. I don't feel good at all, but I'm giving y'all a speech today. Because I believe in getting justice served. And I believe when my president is not here, I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way when I am not at my own organization. I know Jedi got me, but at the end of the day, I got him too, and I gotta have his back, and I don't mean way back. I mean close up. I'm all up in your face, baby. I'm all up in it. I'm all up in there. I'm all up in there, Jedi. Not like that, comrades. Just, not like that. Not like that. That's just my, That's just my guy right there. Like, he got my back, I got his back. Like, for real. You blushing. Blush on, baby. Blush. You so red. Well, I want to thank you guys for just sitting here, just laughing and talking with me. I am having kind of a bad day, but when I come to JFPK, for some reason, my life just get brightened. To see everybody here supporting my son, Patrick Kimmons, and everybody else that's been murdered by the police. Sometimes we turn up, sometimes we turn down. Is that okay? Yes. We march, we chant, we scream, we get emotional. That's a hard job to be marching up these streets, watching our back, watching over our shoulders. But we know security got our back. We got their back. Am I correct? Give it up for our security team. Give it up for our drum line. Give it up for JFPK. Give it up for the speaker guy that's always here always here. I call him the speaker guy. Is that okay? Everybody got a different name for me at first. Ask Jedi what I called him at first. It took me a long time to catch on. He kept saying my name is Jedi. I said, well, I'm sorry. I'll catch on one day. Took me a while, but hey, I caught on to it. Anyways, I like all the t-shirts y'all got on. I thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. I won't be here next Thursday. I'm taking it off. I have to take it off. I got to do me. I got to do me. I have to do me. I got to put myself back together. I got to try to get Juicy Jambalaya up and running. I got to get that window open. It has to get open. It has to get open. It's mandatory. That's a part of me. That's a part of my son. And that's a part of JFPK. So it has to get open. So I'm hoping to reopen next week sometime. I was going to try to get in there this week, but they still got it kind of blocked off. My window's blocked off. There's only a one-way and a one-way in and a one-way out. That's called a hole in the wall. We ain't doing that.
I'll do it if I have to for you.
So thank you very much. I appreciate it again for you guys coming. I appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to Jedi and let him talk. Thank you for supporting JFPK. I'll see you guys when I return. Next week, not next week, but the week after. I hope you guys have a great event next Thursday. I'm going to try to get them t-shirts and give them to Jedi, the new t-shirts, and give them to Jedi. And you can do as well as what you've been doing, Venmo and Cash Apping. But he will have the t-shirts. When I leave here, that's what I want to take out for the rest of the day, is try to get everything paid off as far as t-shirts and everything go. And actually go check on my truck because it should be ready tomorrow. I want to say thank you to each and every last one of you guys that did donate. I'm only like a couple hundred away, but it is what it is. They're going to take that. It ain't got no choice. But I want to say thank you because we made it once again. This is not the first time. This is the second time with this truck. Thank you, JFPK, and everybody around the community that stepped up and played their part. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for coming through for Letha, because that was huge. Obviously, that relieves a lot of like financial burden and stress on her that she shouldn't even have to be dealing with. Like, she shouldn't have to pay for anything for the rest of her life. We need to figure out how to make that shit so. So yeah, thank y'all for donating, and like she said, we're almost at the goal, a couple hundred more. So if you have a couple dollars or anything you could spare, please send it to her, just so we can hit that goal. So yeah, lethaloc, money sign lethaloc, and then Beast Mode 3700 at the Venmo. You know, last night I was like really deep in thought about just like community and harm. Fuck 12!
Fuck 12!
Always harass them. Every chance you get. I want to abolish these people. Stop calling them. I was thinking about this last night. When you call the police, you actually legitimize them as a service. So stop calling them. Like, when we talk about abolition, it's not just about getting rid of the police stations, it's about making them obsolete, right? To the point that we don't even need them anymore. And at the end of the day, like, one thing that's really exciting me about abolition more than anything is it's not just about abolishing the police. This is actually going to allow us to be able to address harm itself, right? And actually get rid of harm. Because abolition is really getting at the root cause of the issues that we're dealing with. It's getting at the root. And our society is so, like, surface level. Like, our society has conditioned us to be very shallow, right? A lot of people don't want to do abolition. It's too deep. It cuts to the root of shit too much. So when we can really start creating these systems of care in our community that don't rely on punishment, but actually rely on like transformative justice and healing, that's when we'll be able to make them obsolete. That's when we'll really be able to abolish the police. Right now, though, we have to continue creating those systems of care so that we can almost get rid of harm. That's what I really want to see, and I think that's what we all want to see. And I think it's on its way. We just have to keep our foot on the fucking pedal, keep our foot on the gas, and keep calling for abolition, because that is that we need that so much. These police don't need guns. We don't need them to respond to everything. We don't need them at all. But we really will not need them once we can actually integrate these systems of care that we really want to take care of all of us. Fuck 12. Abolish the police. Abolish the police. Abolish the police. And keep letting them know. Always let them know. She didn't like that. Because she probably calls the police a lot.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, that's not. So, yeah, and so when I think more about abolition, it's about getting at the root of things. And if we want to abolish the police, there's something that we have to understand. We have to start abolishing the little ways that we cause harm to each other too. Right? We all have different little habits and different little idiosyncrasies and shit that we do to ourselves and to other people that are harming people. So our charge, a lot of our charge, like if we raise your hand if you want to heal the planet. Heal yourself first. Start with yourself, right? I know it's fucking easier said than done, but this is something that we have to do. If we want to abolish the big shit, we got to start with the little shit. And that starts with interpersonal and intrapersonal, right? Reflection. How are you harming other people daily? How are you harming yourself? How are you talking to yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Right? What are the little habits that you can start chiseling away at that are causing harm? Become conscious of those and abolish those. Right? It starts small. Abolition is not just about the police. It's about way more than that. It's about the prison industrial complex. It's about the military industrial complex. It's about yourself. It's about your own family. So I just wanted to give that little piece to y'all. Something I was really thinking about last night. Abolish the little shit that you are doing that is causing harm to other people, right? And be able to acknowledge what you're doing. If you're harming other people, the only way you're gonna fucking deal with that is if you address it and be real honest. Be honest with yourself about how you are impacting people, because only then that's the only way you're gonna be able to move forward. So, shout out Frankie, one of my favorite protest dogs out here. Beautiful ass dog. Hey buddy. Say Black Lives Matter.
The dog barking at Black Lives. Woo, woo, woo.
You do it then, Letha. So, yeah, y'all, abolish the harmful shit that you're already doing. Start to think about how you're harming yourself and other people, and just start chiseling away at that. Because we want to abolish them, but we have to abolish the shit that we're already doing that's harming ourselves. So start within. All right? Much love to everybody that came through. Shout out again to Teal and Momo and Gary for being out here. Gary's been out for a little bit, dealing with some heavy shit. So I'm really glad to see you out here again. Yeah, just on the ground, bro. Much love to you. Welcome back. So, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Much love to all of y'all. Have a great day. Be safe. Harass the police. Call out the little bullshit race. Call out all the racism that you see. Stomp it out right where you see it. Don't let the little joke slide. Don't let your Uncle Dugan tell that dumbass racist joke anymore. I don't know, but I know somebody knows some racist dude named Dugan. That's a real white name, you know. I thought it fit.
Pretty much.
All right, y'all. Much love. Y'all have a good day. Black Lives Matter.
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it? And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
I said, what do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it? And if we don't get it, if we don't get it, I say Black Lives Matter. I say Black Lives Matter. I say Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter!
Reopen his case. Reopen his case. Whose case?
Patrick Kimmons!
Whose case?
Patrick Kimmons!
Whose case?
Patrick Kimmons!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it? If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
give it up for the drum line.
Woo!
I got you sweating a little bit just now. I was finna take y'all for another hour. I'm gonna give this microphone to him. I was.
10 toes down, guys. I got 10 more. We love you.
Love you, Letha.
Anybody want buttons? Anybody want buttons?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cut.
Get a close up on
My feet hurt. I want to
Yeah, they
watch
look.
these unblistered. It's okay, Thank you. I'm putting this on my bed. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I know you pass them out to whoever, like the people you be around, whatever. Yeah.
Thank you, Letha. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Letha.
Thank you. Good one. Adding that to the collection. Right next to the random one, that's those things and devices. Alright. Another day accomplished. Thanks for joining me. Things are getting easier. I'm so glad it didn't rain today. Yes. More beautiful blue sky today. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on
of May. The president has repeatedly warned that Texas and Mississippi are making a big mistake lifting restrictions now because he says it risks undoing the gains made against the coronavirus pandemic. New claims for unemployment benefits inched up last week, suggesting continued weakness in the U.S. job market. NPR's Scott Horsley reports Congress is debating whether to extend emergency jobless benefits through the summer.
Unemployment claims remain